Alright, boys, so we had this discussion on the stream about Sangan at 3. Is it broken or is it bad? That was the question. I think it's kind of somewhere in between. I think it's actually pretty decent. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and go second over here, just so we get that extra card. Now, we actually have a really good hand, and this is basically game already, boys, as you guys will see very soon. Basically, we can get multiple Exodia pieces instantly into our hand. Drawing actually one Exodia part is really important. Now, oh, what the heck is this? Okay, I understand this is not the most meta of decks, but just let me go ahead and show you guys how strong this is. So, I'm going to go ahead and summon my left leg. I'm going to activate Ties of the Brethren right on that bad boy over here. We're going to go ahead and then special summon a bunch of Exodia parts. So we get in them Exodia parts. We'll put them in defense mode though. We don't want to take any damage. Now we won't be able to conduct our battle phase as if we need to actually do any damage anyways. But we do happen to have Summon Lord Exodia. And when this card is destroyed by balance into the graveyard, you can reveal any number of forbidden monsters and you get to draw one. So this card is actually really good for that effect. But also, during the end phase, you get to add one Exodia part, which is actually really helpful. So we can't special summon because of Ties of the Brethren. But we're going to go ahead and set this card. And what we're going to do, guys, is more than likely, one of these parts probably will survive. If they all die, it's really not that big of a deal. But he's going to go ahead and activate this effect. He's going to summon a Magnet War, whatever. It really doesn't really matter what our opponent is playing at this point. Unless he OTKs us, we should be A-okay, regardless if it was like a Zodiac deck or whatever. He basically has one turn to try to finish us off. If not, we're going to go ahead and be able to add all 3 of these. And then we can crash the Sangan next turn, granted, that is if we do not lose. I know a lot of decks can do a lot of damage. Hopefully this won't have piercing. What does this guy do over here? Target one card your opponent controls. You can banish 104 mag. Okay, so he doesn't have anything. Destroying this card would actually be pretty big. So he can kill all of these Exodia parts. Us being lower on life points is actually totally fine. He won't do any more damage because at this point, we can do a lot of different things, but we have Ties of the Brethren in addition to that, so that's actually pretty dirty. We can actually, well, if we want to, we can go Ties of the Brethren, or we can go for the Exodia. It's a really good effect that we're going to be able to survive, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We can also go for Sangan to actually search out the last piece of Exodia. We could also go for the Summon Lord. We could actually go on the offensive, guys, on this. I don't know. I think you guys would want me to go for this, like if we were live streaming. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and special summon it by attributing one of the Exodias. So we're going to go ahead and summon this bad boy over here. And he's going to go ahead and have a decent amount of attack here. And we can go ahead and set Backup Soldier. We can go ahead and set this. Freak him out a little bit. He has no idea what the heck is going on over here. We can Backup Soldier, like I mentioned before, and get all of the pieces back to our hand. And then in addition to that, we actually have a really dirty effect, which I will show you guys later on. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and attack over this. And we'll take some damage, but later on, again, we will be potentially drawing some extra cards. Because during the end phase, we actually have to add an Exodia piece. So we're going to go ahead and have that effect. We're going to add, we'll go with this one over here. Doesn't really matter. We could actually go for, again, Backup Soldier. Get the, it's a total of 5 pieces. So 4 of them are the body parts. We don't have access to the Ties of the Brethren again. And that is because, unless we reset one of them in the deck, which is technically possible, but we're not really looking for that effect. So he's going to go ahead and activate that effect. So he's going to destroy the Ties of the Brethren. Whatever. No big deal over here. He's going to go ahead and deal some damage to me. So we're going to go ahead and take some damage. And then we're going to go ahead and say yes to this. Oh, come on, man. Oh, we're about to draw some cards. I also had Backup Soldier, although I couldn't really take the 3,000 to the face. It probably would have the smartest thing. But basically, we outplayed him. He rage quit. He already knew we were going to draw a bunch of cards. Let's go in again, boys. So that one was, we already won that one, to be fair. He had no chance at coming back. Let's go ahead and wreck this guy over here. Let's wreck Bruno over here with my Exodia Sangan deck. I know it wasn't against a meta deck, but again, he had one turn pretty much anyways. So anyways, we're going to go second, like I said, because extra draw is pretty important. We got Ties of the Brethren. We got right arm. We can actually get all the Exodia parts, right? We can throw all the Exodia parts right now. Oh my gosh, reasoning. All right, let's go with 5. Actually, No, I always like to go for 4 because that still hits right, and oh my gosh, he hits 1 card. Special summons the Dank Lord. Okay, we have a lot of options, guys. All 4 pieces of Exodia will be out, and then Sangan searches out the last one. All we need is a backup soldier, and we're pretty much good to go. Alert of Darkness activated. So once cards, okay, he has no fairies in the graveyard, so that's pretty good. I wouldn't have thought of him called an 8. I didn't know Dark Lords were even seeing any play. Oh, he's playing like the older. Oh, there's a new one. Okay, I know that this deck recently got new support, so I guess let's see how this matches up against it. Oh, dang that seems like a very weak hope for escape too. Oh, guys. Oh, gosh. Oh, destroy all those monsters. Oh, rip me, man. Rip me. But little does he know, it's a-okay that we get wrecked by some of those because we can go ahead and special summon the Exodia part from the deck. And look at this, guys. Check this out. Now, it really sucks we went super minus. Obviously, at this point, a lot of people will be like, it's over. But, guys, it's really not. We're going to go ahead and target this, and as you guys will see, we just need something to search out the head. So put everything in defense mode. We can no longer special summon. We'll set this, and we're good to go. So this card has the effect. Oh, what really sucks is we draw into Sangan too. We're gonna have to get rid of it. Now this guy, I feel like he sacked me over here, but you know, with all these extra Exodia parts, we're not out yet. We can still put up a fight, definitely. We don't need to. You want to activate this at the very end. When the last moment you activate it and you outskill, I'll play them. Let's go for a 2-0. Swift 2-0. Last duel, like I felt like we did. Oh dang, we lose card D. Are you serious? Come on, game. All right. Well, anyways, I can get rid of that monster, and like the Exodia parts, they do absolutely do nothing. So we're gonna go ahead and go for this card over here, number 78, number Archive. Now we can go ahead and detach this, and we're gonna RNG. We don't know what we're gonna get from the extra deck. He's gonna pay 1,000 life points. Then he's going to apply that target's effect. Oh, okay. I wish he was actually not lowering his life points. I actually want his life points lowered. So he's just taking my monster until the end phase? Okay, that seems like seems pretty good. Okay, I get it back. Although it's probably going to die, I won't take any damage. So that's still something to look forward to, right? So I guess that just takes control of it until the end phase. Does it negate the effect? Wish I could read the card. All right, no chance to read the card. Oh, I can activate this effect. Oh, that's pretty cool. So we go ahead and we get Superior Dora. Oh, I hear that's a pretty cool card. All right. So let's go ahead and go for that. Again, it doesn't really matter. Exiled Flame, that's a pretty good card. I will be able to bounce some stuff back. So I'm going to set this. We can bounce this card back to his hand. And hopefully we can still come back from this. Now, unfortunately, I don't know. It didn't really give me the option for that. Now, I can go for this. I can bounce it back. I think that it's always smart just to not take damage. You know, wait till the last moment. Yes, I want to activate this card's effect now, so we're going to go ahead and bounce that back to his hand. Hopefully, he won't have something that makes good use of that. But anyways, we have the Summon Lord Exodia. We can send it to the graveyard, or we can go for the Exodia, the Forbidden one, in the graveyard. But I actually don't want to send the Exodia, the head, to the graveyard. I actually prefer having the head in the deck, searching it out with Sangan. That's all. Oh, we drew into it! Oh my gosh. Alright, so that's pretty good. That is actually really good. I don't want to do any damage to him. That would actually not be too smart. But that's pretty good. I'm still able to bounce back twice. I don't know. Maybe I want to go on the offensive, honestly. But the thing is that's not the smart thing to do. And I'll play the deck slightly properly. I mean, I'll do stuff when it's entertaining for you guys. Oh, see, that's where it was maybe a bad idea. But as long as we take some damage, we still have the option to bounce. He's probably going to get rid of this. This card's really annoying for most decks to deal with. So that's really good stuff, and pretty much all we need is a backup soldier, and we'll get we're gonna get 3 of the parts, and then the last part we can ooh, Twin Twisters. That's unfortunate for us. However, I can activate this in hopes to draw some cards. I will have to pay 1,000 life points, but drawing 1 card is still not bad. We do have the Obliterate effect as well, so we get to have that effect where if this card is sent from the Spawn Trap Zone, you get to target 1 Forbidden 1 monster or Exodia card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So that's actually a really good effect. Because we have so many Exodia parts, I think going for this might actually be like the correct answer here. Usually what you'd want to do is go for 1 of the parts, and then what you can do is set backup soldier. You add all 3 of the other parts, and then of course that makes 5 because you add 1 with the Exiled Flame, 3 with the other one, and if you have 1. Wow, he doesn't have an answer! Whoa! Whoa! It's game, boys. It's time. It's time, boys, because we contributed an Exodia. Dude, this guy is getting wrecked by Exodia. Oh my gosh. Let's go, boys. All the pieces of Exodia unaffected, 5,000. This is good, boys. We got completely destroyed. We got completely destroyed. And this guy, he's gonna take 5,000 to the face. We don't even need to. Okay, I'll watch this. I could probably beat him, but I'm gonna do it for you guys for the entertainment purposes. We're gonna go ahead and try to just straight up Exodia this guy as well. So we're gonna be able to add another card back. Always add this one. The reason why, guys, is the vanillas can be added with the effects of backup soldier, but the 4K beater, unaffected by everything, he quit, guys. He quit. I told you, I wasn't even going to beat him down with the legendary Exodia. As you guys can see, one of the guys quit. This guy, he got wrecked by Exodia, the summoned one. Man, I feel like we could go until we lose, but at that point, a video would be like 10 hours long because we never lose with this deck. Anyways, so I know some of you guys want the deck profile for this. Now that you guys have kind of seen it in action, like I mentioned before, all we needed, guys, was backup soldier, and because okay, hold on, let me move some stuff. So let me explain exactly what was going to happen. I was going to draw into backup soldier next turn, but I had this in hand, right? And again, during the end phase, I get to add another one. This card, if it died, I'd be able to add one more Exodia piece out of the graveyard. Backup soldier lets you get triple of the Exodia parts. So we just too good with this deck. And I don't something about you didn't play against meta, guys. It's not like it matters what it is. It's not like meta can stop Exodia's effect in my hand when it goes off. Really, what it comes down to though in the meta game is that can you activate backup soldier and add the 3 cards? Because no one really plays Rhapsody and Berserk, which is a card that could disrupt this combo. Very few things banish, and you're not going to be summoning too many times and leaving your Exodia parts on board. I know with Ties of the Brethren, you can leave your stuff on board, but it's not always super often someone banishes it immediately. However, there is a card, Burial, from the different dimension. I would really recommend you guys to at least side deck this card or something to actually get back some of the Exodia parts, because that can be a problem. Obviously, number 78 was very, very strong as well. It forced him to pay 1,000, and then we were going to beat him down and then also draw into Exodia. But it lets you bring out a lot of different cards. Dora, 7 Sins, and number 24. I don't really want to run 24 anymore, to be honest. Like, I would rather just play these. I don't think that this card is that great. The reason why is because even though the monster gets banished during the end phase, you could still get rid of a lot of different things. 4K beater, it still does damage. Again, when you have an Exodia that's 5,000 plus attack, you can definitely wreck your opponent. But anyways, let me go into the deck profile. I'll kind of explain things. If you guys have any suggestions to make this better, because we made this on a live stream, we were looking at other people's decks. I saw a build that was playing Waboku. I'm not personally a fan of Waboku, but I'll mention a card that I like much better called Threatening Roar. This card makes it so they can't even declare the attack, which in a lot of circumstances is actually better, because some cards, even if they don't do damage, if they declare their attack, they get a bonus effect. So I think Threatening Roar most of the time outclasses Waboku. But anyways, let's get started with the deck profile. So anyways, all 5 pieces of Exodia, triple copies of Summoned Lord Exodia, 1 Mathematician. Now the reason why we play Mathematician is just because we can get, we get a draw, second we get to throw a part into the graveyard. It does kind of reveal your deck though, so keep that in mind as well. Tour Guide to go into Sangan. If you guys are going to say, wait, what is the other cards for rank 3s? We're playing number 78 Number Archive. As you guys saw in the replays, we were about to bring something out just to attack over his monsters, just so he didn't have anything. Even though like the monster goes away, the Exodia parts go away, it doesn't really matter. Also, what's really important with, if you ran other cards, it would become a problem with this card, because it has to be one of those monsters, because if not, you wouldn't go get it. So leaving the Sangan on board is actually totally okay. Also, to exceed into this is really important, because whatever monster you go into, and when it gets banished, the material falls off and goes to the graveyard. So if you have like all the Exodia parts except for like the 2 that are on field, because it happens a lot with like Ties of the Brethren, they'll kill 1 to get like stuck on board. That actually I think happened. But anyways, you exceed into this. If you have backup soldier, you exceed. You just pass your turn, and then as soon as your opponent's turn starts, you just activate backup soldier. You add all of them back because they now are in the graveyard. So it just helps you put them in the graveyard, essentially, is what it comes down to. But also, yeah, it's great. Card ID, when you draw cards, you don't really need to have cards on board. I was actually thinking about dropping this. Like, I mean, I think we lost the card ID, we lost the Sangan, we lost our Exodia part. We still came out on top, boys. But yeah, I think that we can maybe drop this for like a Swift Scarecrow perhaps, because I liked this build when I was lowering my life points. There's a lot of dead cards in this deck after like a few turns, which we'll get into in a second. But anyways, yeah, that said, card D it's not bad to run, but I could see this being a replace, so you guys can help me out with that. But anyways, double copies of Battle Fader. Battle Fader is self-explanatory. You don't want to die. Unexpected Die. Now this card's really good. You can just special summon one level 4 or lower normal monster from the deck. As you guys saw, you can still special summon the same turn you activate Ties of the Brethren, but you activate this card first, and then you go for Ties of the Brethren. And then from there, you have 3 Exodia parts immediately. A really, really strong play. And then like the next turn, you can follow it up with Exodia Lord, and you can just have an Exodia that's 3k. And it's unaffected by everything. Except for, of course, during the end phase, you got to add another copy and it lowers its attack, but it's still good, guys. It's still good. Next up, Ties of the Brethren. So it lowers your life points, which actually helps out with. Actually, we did see this card in play. We didn't even go broke. We actually went super minus and we still won the game. But anyways, you want to lower your life points for Hope for Escape because it lets you just draw a bunch of cards, lets you draw into Battle Fader so you don't die. And that's one reason why I was thinking about dropping card D. Like I kind of want to take some damage early on. And also, it leaves things to get Veiler. Like, I guess no one really got Veiler Mathematician because you still get a benefit off of it. If they Veiler this, it kind of hurts as well. So I was thinking maybe we just drop the tour guide, we drop the card car, and then they can't Veiler us. You know what I'm saying? So I think that could be definitely an option. Because this you can activate during your opponent's turn, and it just lets you survive. This card's almost like another Battle Fader. But anyways. Also, you can't conduct your battle phase just as a heads up, but it's fine because you're not going to be summoning this turn anyways. But Where Art Thou is insane. I feel like this card is like super broken in the deck. So, if you control a face-up level 1 monster, hey, Battle Fader, hey, any Exodia parts, really good stuff. You get to just search for a level 1 monster from your deck to your hand. That usually is going to be Battle Fader or an Exodia part depending on your hand. Maybe you can just game them with that. But this card is absolutely insane. I think this card is so unfair because you can search out Battle Fader. You can be like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and lower my life points with like Ties of Brethren or something like that. Maybe I activate a Where Art Thou, and then I'm a lower it again, and then if I set Hope for Escape and have a Battle Fader, it's just drawing like 5 cards. Like, it's really dirty sometimes, especially because in the next card, Upstart, you're healing them, so it works with Hope for Escape. Next up, we got 3 copies of Duality. Duality, you ain't gonna special summon too often in the deck, but it definitely does help out. You guys can drop this card if you want. It's totally up to you. You can play 2 copies if you want. This card can win games, though, for sure. But you don't special summon, again, too often in the deck. Your special summons are pretty much, well, keep in mind these cards are good, too. I'm just going to move them out of the way. Your special summons in the deck would be Tour Guide into special summon and would be into this. So you basically have 4, well, I guess, actually, hold on, I take it back. There is more special summoning because there is Ties of the Brethren and this card. But obviously, these cards set you up so much. Like, this card gives you such a huge advantage. That's 3 Exodia parts. And then you have 3 copies of Sangan, so you're sure the last one, they destroy this, you add another one. It's really easy to get this combo off. Okay, so let's put them back. We'll go back in order here. I'm going to go ahead and sort. Next up, we got Backup Soldier. Add as long as there's 5 or more monsters, which is really easy. This is one reason I was thinking of Swift Scarecrow instead of Fader, though. However, Battle Fader is a level 1 monster, and it stays on board, so therefore, Where Art Thou works. On top of that, you can exceed with it. I don't know. You guys can argue about that down below if you guys like it better. At one point, I was considering Allure of Darkness also for draw power. Allure of Darkness, because it's at 3. I'm like, okay, we can just max out on Battle Faders. We can just banish the Tour Guide. We can banish the Sangans. We don't need them. We can banish this. It's not a bad option also if you want to drop dualities or something like that. I can definitely see it being good because with Ties of the Brethren, I feel like this card's really important though. You open up with this and you have such a huge advantage on your opponent. And I think we ended up setting the card because we got completely destroyed by that guy's deck virus. He lost with that deck virus, dude. That's crazy. And I didn't even Exodia him, but nonetheless, next up we got Hope for Escape. Let's let you draw a bunch. So you get to pay 1,000 life points as long as your opponent's life points are higher, which they always are, at least 1,000. You pay 1,000, you draw 1 card for every 2,000 points life point difference. So you can draw like 3-4 cards a lot of the times. Sometimes if your opponent is playing like Aro Mages, let's say that at 10,000, 15,000 life, you activate this, you just draw your whole deck, you win the game. Really good stuff. And then Exile Flame, which makes this whole deck possible, is you get to target 1 monster on the field, send 1 forbidden monster or Exodia from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, you get to bounce it back, and then if it's sent, you get to add 1 back. You can only use 1 of them per turn. But this card is like insanely good. This makes the deck completely. Really, really great card indeed. We didn't even get Twin Twistered, and we got Twin Twistered and we got Virus. That was, again, amazing plays. But I want to know if you guys think the new Exodia is broken, or is it not even good, not viable. I think it's very, very strong. As like a fun little deck. I don't think that it's like tier 1-0, like most broken deck confirmed. But a lot of you guys were like, dude, Exodia is so broken with Sangan when we were discussing this on the live stream. And I don't think it's like the tier 1-0 broken deck, but I think it's still pretty good. It can still upset a lot of meta players, and I think with maybe Alert, I think it could be good. I want to try out some other builds, but this is just one that we like kind of made on the fly on the live stream. I was like, okay, I'll get some footage of that, and I figured we just did it live. Like this is the first try off stream that we did this. Obviously, you guys that watched it during the live stream, we were playing on Dueling Book, and we started playing, and people kept on trying to play Exodia against my Exodia. My Exodia just obliterated the other Exodia, but nonetheless, yeah, this was definitely a fun deck, and Exodia is a classic card, so I think a lot of players will always love the nostalgia and you know, the hype that comes up with Exodia obliterate your opponent. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the vid, make sure you guys give that like button a slap and hit that subscribe button for more crazy Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And I'll definitely be getting more footage of this Exodia. I think this is something you guys will like. So if you guys want more different builds of Exodia, I'm totally down to do some other builds. I think Allure of Darkness could definitely be utilized. I want to play Triple Battle Fader if I do that. 3 Sangans really helps out. Again, it's just this Exodia piece that was difficult to get before because you couldn't really search out for it. You get a Mystic Tomato window. Dude, oh, we could put, I just thought of this. Put triple Mystic Tomato up in here for the Allure targets. Okay, we can make some more Exodia deck, but I feel like I'm ranting on too long. Thanks for watching, guys. And hit that subscribe button for more cheeky Yu-Gi-Oh videos.